when you thought it was safe to come out on the Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition, to another installment of hashtag Fade to Black. I am your host, Donnell Lamonte Morris, and I'm here with my guest, my panelist, my partner in crime, ladies and gentlemen, Beach Johnson.
Good evening, one and all. How are we doing this evening?
Well, it's rainy over here, and Washington is officially on lockdown again. How's it over there in North Carolina?
We ain't hear it, but they talking about it.
Oh, they is?
So we
I'm
hear
surprised.
But now they already talking about it on the national level anyway.
Oh man.
So we just going ahead getting ready. I mean, technically my jobs are considered essential. So I'm like I feel like the feminist movement of the World War. I America need me, motherfucker. So I ain't worried about no goddamn pandemic. I'm gonna be masked up out here working both jobs just like I've been doing this whole pandemic. First round, second round ain't nothing. Hold on, I'm gonna keep bobbing and weaving, sticking, fall back, stay off the ropes. Same thing. I'm gonna keep it going.
Hey, I like
whether
that.
It's round 2 or round 20. Fuck it.
I like that strategy. But could you send me our other sponsors' name on the private chat so I can finally make that caption? So
definitely.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and jump in to one of our favorite segments, the opening statements. Beach Johnson, you, my dog, my bruh, you got
Let's
first
go.
dibs.
I want to take a moment to kind of enlighten everyone on the difference between academic intelligence and true intelligence. And when it comes to topics of academia, the general perception is those that went to school for it should obviously know more on the subject, regardless of whether they have any adept knowledge or personal experience or bedside manner in that particular subject. We find it mainly in things like psychology and science and mathematics, where I know plenty of individuals who are academic tenure smart when it comes to the different levels of psychology and therapy, and could give you a dissertation about yourself while rolling the blunt drunk off of OE and tell you more about yourself than you done hear from your own mama. But they never went to school for it. But they understand it implicitly and could probably break it down to a better understanding than someone that is a tenured professor of decades in the subject. So I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm merely saying that true intelligence is an exception and acknowledgement of all information, no matter its source. And it's a combination of that information from those said sources that truly breeds that intelligence. Don't take from one thinking the other is better. They're all the same, just worded a little different. Some have a more simplistic understanding than others. But neither are wrong in their understanding or their acknowledgement of said information. So kind of always remember that, take that into account as well. We're all smart and we're all ignorant, just on different levels. That's my opening statement. Sorry if it's a little random.
Don't worry, Beast. You good. My opening statement is this. People just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. There's too many of y'all that don't believe that COVID is real. Y'all using the excuse of you got other people with illnesses out there that's just dying and it's COVID related. And I don't understand why it's COVID related. If you understand how AIDS was, people always thought it was just pneumonia, but that was just a covering of HIV, which turned into full-blown AIDS. Why do you think everybody during that time when that disease was happening, that was complication of AIDS? Why is COVID any different? And it's us, Black folks, ladies and gentlemen. We are the ones that always have the tinfoils on our damn heads and not protecting ourselves. This disease does not discriminate. Now, let me get off my people and let me talk to everybody else who's out there marching in the damn streets without no damn mask, sitting there saying this, my body is my damn choice. Look at here, dumbass. You know the reason why we're not going to go back to our ordinary lives like it used to be anytime soon? You want to know why? Because your dumbass still out here not wearing a damn mask. I could care less if your governor's a Democrat. I could care less if they're a Republican. There's a disease out there. It's a pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. You can sit there and say it's man-made or it's made up, whatever. I could care less. Guess what? It is here, and if you get infected, you could die. So if you want to get back to going to the bars with your homies or with your lady friends, you want to go back to not wearing the mask like always and go outside and enjoy being free, put on the goddamn mask. And if you think that you have COVID, go get tested. And if you come up positive, do the right thing, quarantine. If you are around somebody that tested positive for COVID, my gosh, quarantine yourself. Get yourself checked out. Stay safe. It is too easy. Too damn easy, ladies and gentlemen. This is why the numbers keep going up. I don't care if it's the numbers are fabricated or whatever. COVID is real. Stop trying to sit there and say, let's look at all the people that recover, because y'all going to go to that. And then y'all going to go back on that one analogy of, oh, COVID is just like flu. And then the next thing you know, you're gone. Because you think this disease is like the flu. They got a vaccine for the flu. Y'all know that, right? I had to get it every year, annually. And once this vaccine, well-tested vaccine, I'm going to be the test dummy. And I know this is going to lead on to another rant, but I will say this. Black folks, I am living proof, and people that look like me, that takes vaccines, not even by choice. And I'm still waiting on that third arm to come out. I'm still waiting for me to test for syphilis or whatever, knock on wood. Vaccines that I thought won't work, but guess what? It's working. I'm still alive. I actually had to be healthy before I deploy. These vaccines work. Vaccines that are tested, not pushed out, but tested, work. So let's get off the train of what happened back in the day with the Tuskegee Project. Let's get off that train, because that train been gone past, already collecting dust. And when this vaccine come out, proven and tested vaccine come out, take the damn thing. But before all that, wear a goddamn mask. It's not going to cure COVID, but it's going to stop you from getting it and stop it from spreading to other people. So with that being said, let's get started with the show. But before we get started with the show, we're going to talk about this network that we've been working on once again. I always say, like, when it's just me and Beach Johnson, we're going to let y'all know a little something about this network. And we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Now, let me go ahead and introduce the first sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's RealCheddarBoyPopcorn.com. Recently opened stores in 5 different states. The only popcorn Black-owned shop here in Washington. Get your flavors, RealCheddarBoyPopcorn.com. While supplies last.
Oh, and that's the tag team for the second sponsor of the Wet Network. That would be Sky Zone Society. The only society that could get you dolled up, swagged out, saucy and drippy. Take the pictures of your saucy drippiness and then make a video and put it out there for the world to see how saucy you drip. That's Sky Zone Society. Getting you right for any time of the night. Sky Zone Society.
Speaking of that, I want to show a video of one of our confidants, Teach. She is having too much fun out there, by the way.
She eat good, I tell you that damn much.
Oh yeah, so you know what I'm about to show. Okay.
Yeah, I seen a lot. I was like, she real good.
Yeah, she's I'm so happy for our Teach. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause. We're going to show you what we're talking about. So even while we not even here, Teach take over the damn show, don't she? I just don't get it. She just take over. She just take over.
When you have that type of regalness about you, people just have to gravitate and bask in the glory.
I know, right? So this is what we're talking about.
Look at this shit.
This one here is a large rounded fruit. When I hang on the tree, it looks like a ball and the green leaves outside. But if you take leaf out and cook, it looks like this. But in reality, it's like a potato or cassava. Yeah, breadfruit. Yeah. Also,
look at this.
Here we have like seed banana plantain or elephant banana. French fry and here salad for free. So all our stuff which you see here are already cooked. But after choosing whatever you want, you just let me a little longer to grill for you from the barbecue there. Then I send you an order in order to give you a real hot food.
So you hear what the man said? Say, hold, we cook it, but we cook it just enough to keep it out there. Say, hold on, we cook all this shit. It's all cooked, but it's cooked just enough to say it's cooked. We wait for you to choose what you want, and then we cook it perfectly. We finish cooking it and it's fresh out the stove cooked. Come on now. You don't get that type of love in America unless you're paying 3 stacks of belly for your meal.
Oh, that's squid.
I know, right?
Calamari.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Calamari?
All right.
This one head and the body.
Okay.
This one here.
Yeah. They eat calamari out in Africa, out in Tanzania.
The same everywhere, same dish. But I just wanna promise you, the same things like here. But I just wanna promise
These niggas just outside with it. Cool.
Without any problem. Because
No, the funny thing is though,
no.
Uh-huh.
when I see this, It reminds me of some cats in my city that do something like this up on the south side. They make dollar hot dogs, barbecue trays, fish plates, chicken, ribs, all that. I mean, it's one of those spots where you gonna go to the store just so you can get some cash and wait in line.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is in Tanzania, Africa.
Yes,
This is now the streets of New York. This is now the streets of
I
Seattle
haven't made up my
or
mind
LA.
yet.
And
This
Tita
ain't
made up
St.
her mind
Croix.
I
yet.
haven't made up my mind
This ain't
I want to look around.
LaCroix Islands. This ain't the Virgin Islands. No, this is Africa.
Oh my gosh. And you heard what T said. She hadn't made her mind yet. She's walking around. Look at this lady.
She's about home.
Have
Y'all
joined us.
got too much shit.
I am in Zanzibar,
Zanzibar.
Tanzania, and it's dinner time. So we have come to the garden to look at all of the various dishes. Pizza?
Yeah, you're
What
looking
kind
menu.
of pizza?
Yeah, this one beef, cheese, and vegetarian. Green pepper, carrot, onion, beef, tomato, fresh cheese.
Look at these
fried
hustlers, man. Hustling.
rice. But the difference pizza.
See, in America, this will be a food truck
Yeah, this one, another one, sweet.
convention
Yeah,
or
mango
festival.
Nutella, mango Nutella, pineapple Nutella. all
Okay.
But this is
Nutella.
every day for them.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Which one started today?
No. I'm looking
It's like an
around to decide
outdoor
what I
sample
wanna
day
eat.
at Costco. It's just like, hey, come try this over here. Come try this over here.
Hi. Can you tell me what you have?
Yeah, which one? Like this?
What is this?
You hear what that nigga said? Which one?
Which one?
And some
Say, what y'all got, nigga? What you want?
Oh, that have beef in it?
yeah, beef and veg.
What?
Huh.
Vegetables? Okay.
Thank you. So tell me.
See, I smoke entirely too much weed to be over there.
Choose and then we
Uh,
make it very hot
Oh.
barbecue.
I like, yo, I just asked him straight up, hey man, where's the closest bathroom at?
Right.
Like, why? I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna get right with all y'all before I leave here. I may die of food sweats
I'm saying
and massive
right?
shits, but I'm gonna get with all y'all before I leave here.
Right. I'm shocked that
I'm
Cheech is
like-
not sampling. She's not sampling. Uh-oh.
Cause she know better.
Breadfruit. Okay.
You see all that shit there?
God damn.
No, I don't think
That's
That
a-
can feed.
look here.
That's a.
Thank you.
Oh my
Look here,
God.
that's the equivalent of me going into a weed shop or a weed convention and then like having pre-rolls of different strands. Like, would you like to try one? Oh nah, I'm good. I'm just looking. Nigga, I already know. The second I taste one of them and y'all give me samples.
Hello, brothers and sisters.
I'm gonna be that dude to hit.
I am
Oh, y'all got
live
57 different strands.
from
I'm about to hit
Zanzibar.
every 57 bullets.
Right.
Now you very right aware.
Look at this.
Tuber plants.
Uh-huh.
This is the
Oh.
octopus mixed and calamari together masala. This is the white snapper fish. This is the liver and from chicken. I have small mussels. This is the tandoori chicken masala, Indian masala. This is the duck. You know duck?
Oh, okay.
Duck. This is the tenur lobster. Lobster is good, is a big lobster. One cutting, you red masala. This is the crab lobster.
These boys out here getting
This is
it.
the parkour
Yes.
fish. This
Yeah,
is the red
he that
snapper fish.
snapper.
This is the babsha. I have
Is
chicken.
this it? We got tuna, we got barracuda.
Let me get a
Yeah, this
ear
is
of
the
corn.
sweet corn,
Uh-huh.
ready fruit, and
This is good.
yam,
Give me
And
one ear of corn.
lamb, and lobster chicken, octopus, and
Nah, just the
calamari,
corn.
chapati.
Just the corn.
She being respectful. She being respectful because
Hot.
I'm keeping it real with you.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions like, yo, who all got to go boxes? Because I'm gonna hit y'all
no,
up
I am
first.
in Zanzibar,
Yeah,
Tanzania.
like go ahead and give me a to-go
East
box of poo-poo platter.
Right.
Like how much it cost for like a little bit of everything? Like
I'm
how
sorry.
like what you want? How much it costs for what? A little bit of everything.
I'm gonna get on Teach on this one. I'm gonna get on her for that
I
one.
know I'm not talking too much because I'm amazed at all the food and
Are
how
you
it
cheating?
smells. So
Are you
I'm going to
cheating?
end the video here.
She trying to be respectful. It's like she
Enjoy
live.
my
She don't want to let the
grilled
fat kid out.
She
What
literally
the hell with
look,
all that?
look, she
I
literally
didn't,
had all
the
that
fat
good
kid in me
food.
would have been. Y'all have been seeing me like walking around like a hipster eating stuff like. As you,
Just like-
I'm sorry. My mom told me don't talk while with food in my mouth, but damn, this shit good.
Right. Why would you just get corn? Air corn. I was like, oh my god.
you had that feeling of going to an awesome black barbecue. I mean, just they got shit that you never thought you would see in a black barbecue.
Ah.
It's like every great black barbecue known and unknown that she was like, hold on, y'all got sweet potato pie with chocolate sauce
Oh.
and graham cracker? Let me get a piece.
It'd be the best thing ever. Be the best thing
You
ever you
fucking-
had.
He was like, that's it. When it tastes so good, you literally just wanna you just really want to cry. So like
All time. Like I'm gonna tell you one pie that I was afraid of, but I actually it's like my undercover love is what's it called? Lorraine pie. I forgot what it's called. I can't pronounce it.
yeah, lemon meringue is
All right,
done
so-
right. I like mine cold. I like mine chill.
Yes. That's the best way.
Like
I have never
meringues
had
or key lime pies. Yeah.
That is like my
Yeah.
undercover love. Because nobody don't go for those pies. Usually it's the
Well, see, because they
older
hard
crowd.
pies to do. So they hard pies to do. B, yeah, the older crowds are the ones that more likely make them. So
Mhm.
unless you like raised up under that one grandma or auntie that knew how to throw that bitch down, and then
You know
you
the
see,
deal.
oh, Sarah Lee got one, and you be like, it ain't on Cheryl's, but
It'll do.
it'll work.
It'll
work.
do. Like I used to be afraid of the pie until that was the only pie left. Cause my dumb ass was staying with the other food. The sweet potato pie's gone, pumpkin pie's gone, including the chocolate
Well, see,
cake's
'cause-
gone.
See, because you got people like me that's like, all right, you got to be respectful but systematic. So it's
Mhm.
like, I'm going to let everybody else get their place first. Let the elders, let the babies eat first.
Yep.
But what you doing? I'm going to go over here and go ahead and give me a little bit of this dessert. I'm going to go ahead and make my dessert box. Let me go and get this slice of cake. This slice of cake. Is that German chocolate with the fudge? You get this thick slice of cake. Ooh, this corner piece. Slap a couple of these cookies up in here. This as we get around this motherfucker. Gonna make me a box and a half, slide that to the side. Throw a cookie to one of the babies. Here you go. Don't say nothing. That's why when you get done, you be like, what happened? All the babies got some dessert. Because my fat ass already made a box.
Hey, you just made me I just looked at this and now I want to ask you this question because you are part of the hip hop world. You part of the hip hop world. You heard, excuse me, Black TV, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of Vlad.
So a lot of black artists and a lot of people that been on his show are now protesting him about being used as for let's say, for example, I think it was one person that he had on the show basically gave up his rap sheet. Police watched the show and they got him. But then also he's profiting off of these interviews. What is your take? A lot of them protest him sitting there saying, where's our cut? Where's our share? What do you feel about that and people like him?
I mean, as far as financially speaking, if you're not getting like no kind of appearance fee, and like if he get paid off of it and you ain't getting no kind of like a little appearance fee for showing up and doing the shit, then I can understand your gripe on that. But financially speaking, that's kind of a gray area. His politics and his practice, I do understand. I kind of feel the same way. But it's more of a personal thing. As an interviewer, as a journalistic interviewer, it's your goal and almost a psychiatric manner to get this person to reveal who they are in a natural, comfortable atmosphere and vibe. You want them to feel like they talking to somebody they've known their whole fucking life. You want them to get them to say some shit that they will only tell or say around people they've known their whole fucking life. So when you got all these cats that's talking that's out there talking that gang shit, it kind of falls on them too. As a human, as a man, you can't be out here talking about everything you do, especially if some of it ain't supposed to be known. You don't talk about that shit.
Right.
And definitely now, because of social media and the internet and people's transparent honesty, that main line in the Miranda rights, it now applies to your life. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You just don't need a court of law.
That's true.
It applies in the court of law, but now it also applies in life towards the court of law. So if you out here talking that slick shit, that gang shit, that criminal shit, and that actually happens to correlate with actual crimes, and you, in a sense, dry snitched on yourself, yeah, I could be mad at Vlad because after the first time and after it being known, and you continue it down that fashion, you definitely do paint that perception upon yourself, wanting to purposely lead them down that line of questioning. But I've seen just as many damn artists, Daylight, for example, that have checked them on. So, you going in there knowing that this cat trying to get you to open up. If you're doing shit you ain't supposed to, and he talking about trying to ask questions that will get you to reveal that type of stuff, there's respectful and clever and creative ways to tell a motherfucker they ain't none of your goddamn business.
I'm sorry, my phone just went off over there, and I'm trying to freaking find it. So, but So, my next question is this: is that I'm gonna get off the screen. I'm gonna let you answer for the audience. My next question is this: that everybody who interviewed with Vlad, I'm gonna use Godfrey, the comedian Godfrey, for example, who's been on plenty of his shows.
Yeah.
Do you think that their gripe is valid? Because here's my thing. Let's say you've been messing with me for a while now. You've been, let's say, we've been collabing on like different projects with your music and all that stuff. And you know that I'm good at producing, doing the hooks and all that stuff. But everything has been good. But then you've been hearing from other artists like, yo, he's Morris is grimy. He's gonna take some money from off the top, man. He's gonna take some money off the top. But everything been good with you, and rapport has been good with you. But then all of a sudden, let's say that one time I took some money off the top, but you still fuck with me. I think that's a horrible analogy, but I mean,
no, it makes sense because I understand. Like me being the person I am, and just kind of how I do business and deal with people in general. If that perception is getting out there, I'm gonna bring it up to them. Especially if I've been on like in the case of the Godfrey, I've been on the show several times. So I built a somewhat personal rapport with you. I could possibly contact you on some social shit. So I contact you and address the situation. You have reached the voicemail. Get your take on it. Basically let you know how I feel either way about, I hope it ain't true, but Lord forbid it is. I hate for it to fall upon me. Like I said, as long as you've done nothing to me to show me that that may be true. But if enough individuals say it, it could be. There may be some truth to it.
Right.
So especially,
Just
and then you get in that situation of it happens to me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna address it again, but now I have to be more forthright. Like, all right, I'm gonna take this as a mulligan. I'm not gonna assume that it has anything to do with your perceptive reputation. But just know if anything's slightly close to this happens, you ain't got to worry about everybody else talking about you. You got to worry about me and me alone.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's fair. And my take from this is, I understand the gripe because for years now they've been calling him a culture vulture, but also they've been calling people
it's
like
an industry
Eminem
plant too.
Yeah, and that too.
That's a perceptive thing.
Yeah,
for those that just see him. Like if you actually like read the study about him and like see all the outside folk that nobody knows about, like the whole Rap Olympics thing that is kind of his little ticket out there, that was basically orchestrated to get him out there because like enough people had heard him behind the scenes and was like, this motherfucker like really got talent. Like he could really go somewhere where we got this out there, all right, and we need to do what we need to do on our end to make sure this motherfucker can get out there. Not get to the finals. We know he can get to the finals. We just need to make sure he can get his ass out there.
And that's exactly what happened.
And they did what they need to do. And they put it on camera too. Like, yo, we knew if we could get his ass out here, he'd fuck around and win. Or at least get to the finals. We knew that. We just had to get his ass out there.
And the thing is, Eminem stayed true. He basically put Michigan on the map.
He's not a culture vulture. I would compare him more to a Macklemore. He's an honest aficionado. And a revered fan. Meaning he's one of those individuals, like instead of appropriating the culture, he has an affinity and appreciation for it. And that is shown. It's authentic. It's real. It's who he really is. If he was any other fucking color, he'd still carry himself the same way.
Yeah, I think so too. So going back to Vlad, my take on him is I watched a couple of his snippets. He kind of reminds me of a shot jock because he get the clips of his interviews that will make you be like, oh,
he goes for sound bites.
Right. I'm like, oh,
he goes for sound bites.
Because now he started to I won't say now, but he's been doing it for recently where he had the full interviews now. Because you used to have to go on his website to go to it. Now he's showing like full the whole interview with everybody.
Well, that's because he's been getting called out so much because of the snippets. So a lot of things can be easily interpreted or projected as taken out of context.
Right. Yeah. So
you show the whole thing. It's like you can see everything that led up to and after.
Yeah.
Whatever sound bite that they're referring to.
Because I think this is the issue that I have with our people. Definitely when we have people from the outside. I consider hip hop as a house. And when you allow that one person to come on in, everybody who's living there is going to feel some type of way. Even if they come up in there just to, sit down, say hi to everybody, people just going to look at them like, yo, who the fuck is this? Like who's this guy? And I see Vlad as that person.
I see it differently, but I understand it. I see it more as like Vlad represents the outside world. Like, we forget that they came from us.
That's true.
So naturally, they will have some of our ways. They hustle just like we do. They just, and in America, we as Black people forget that everybody out here is a pimp and a pusher. Now, you either gonna be their customer, they fiend, they trick, or they plug and partner. It's up to you. So when they come out here and be interacting with cats like Vlad, whose goal is to profit off of juicy, infamous-like information that, depending on the information, can be deemed criminal and could be very detrimental to not only the career, but the life and livelihood of said information, said interviewee.
Mm-hmm.
And because of his rapport, his tone, and his overall candor, my issue with the motherfucker is you doing an interview, but don't nobody know what you look like.
Right.
So, like, I feel a lot better opening up and being on their report. If I know niggas can see you too.
Right.
They can see how you get down. That's why when the people that make gripes and I see how they respond to him and how they can go like turn real standoffish real quick off of shit he be asking the way he be asking it. It's because you be digging. Like, you are comparative to the paparazzi, trying to find that right shot, trying to find that right angle to make you rich and make them notorious and infamous. And try to swing it in their favor, like, yo, this is what you want. Like, you want to tell people that you was really out here selling dope, but knowing good and well you was really out here selling dope. And niggas that you fuck with still out here selling dope too.
Mm-hmm.
And you putting their names out in songs.
It's funny that you say that because he was in the interview with Soulja Boy, what, 2 years ago, where he said that he was in the shootout and all that stuff. Come to find out it was not true. I just remember, and then also Bow Wow's picture thing too. I think did he interview Bow Wow?
Oh, the Bow Wow challenge. I think he did. He did do an interview with him. I think he did bring that up at one point. I don't remember if the interview was done before or after the challenge. But I think it was done before the challenge.
But the Soulja Boy one was Vlad was already.
That was one of the funniest.
Yeah, that was funny. But which lead me down to this: do you think Vlad is a culture vulture?
No, he's an industry plant.
Now,
and industry plants are the evolved form of culture vultures. Culture vultures just made money off of it. Industry plants are specifically put into positions to ensure that the money is made off of certain things. Like, they're putting, like, if hip hop is making money off of partying and degradation and all the negative stereotypes, the cats like Vlad are put in position to ensure
make money on that.
Those type of energies continually get perpetuated out to the consciousness.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree. Definitely.
For him, it's by ways of interviews and
YouTube
and showcasing those interviews and getting them people comfortable enough to tell them themselves.
But do you think Vlad genuinely care about hip hop? Because we could say that he is an industry plant, but do you think he genuinely care about these stories of that is coming from these artists or actors or wrestlers?
Wait. I don't think he cares particularly. I feel like he's about getting people to open up to him and getting an honest dialogue from folk that have the most to lose from being honest.
True. But not trying to interrupt you, but do you blame the people that is
A little technical.
who chose the
There you go.
interviewer? Can you give them some responsibility for, you put yourself in this situation?
Mm-hmm. Always. As the interviewee, it's your responsibility to handle any question in a dignified manner, all while preserving whatever brand integrity you're trying to preserve.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
So you can walk out, you can get crazy, but you don't have to answer the questions. And if, like I said, there's creative and respectful ways to kind of say, all right, move on.
Right. Because Vlad, I think he's with Complex.
I think
Complex,
so.
they got like a partnership. So he's making money hand over fist. So he's making money from his own YouTube channel, and you're working with Complex, you got money on top of that too. But here's my thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying it from an industrial type of way. This is just me. I'm on the Jay-Z side of respect to hustle. I'm not knocking the man's hustle. I'm not knocking his hustle, because that man found a way. He found a niche. His niche was, let me interview, because I think Vlad was a DJ at one time.
Yeah.
He was brushing shoulder with all these hip hop artists, industry moguls, and all that stuff. And he was like, you know what? This DJ thing ain't cutting it for me. Let me interview these people. I know majority of them. I got majority of them on speed dial. And then also network with them to get more industry mother suckers. So interview them, keep interviewing them, and then I can get the newest stars to come in. That is networking one-on-one. It could be the one thing.
That's how you use what you got to get what you want.
Right. And it could be something that you don't even like doing, or something you lose interest in doing. And you just brush your shoulders.
Something you have a skill for. Most people made a lot of their money doing things that they just fell into. I'll give you, for example, Al Bundy. Al, 4 touchdowns in one game, Poha Bundy. The actor Ed O'Neill actually played professional football and had aspirations. He played for the Bears. So his dream was to play football, but it didn't fully pan out, and he fell into acting. And paid, and he was good enough to get paid for it. I need money. They'll pay me for it. I'm good enough to keep getting paid for it. I'll keep doing it. Now he's known as a fucking actor and has dozens of credits to his name off of something he just basically fell into. Built a whole career and life off of a random happenstance.
And I think he's still in that show. I think it's Modern Day Family or something like that on ABC.
Modern Family.
Like
I think I think they finally just ended the show. But he's iconic because he survived the initial genesis and exodus of 2 primetime beloved American shows, sitcoms. So his name will remain in the annals of TV cinema.
Oh yeah, everybody go remember Love and marriage.
Everybody's gonna remember the most depressive yet realest man ever. It was like, I don't want to live like Al Bundy, but damn it, if I don't want to say the shit he be saying.
Yes. Because sometimes
I just don't want to have a life like that to force me to say that shit.
Yo, to tell you the truth, man, I literally thought that he was going to choke his wife and just stuff her head in that damn salad so bad.
Look,
his wife, he said, so reckless.
Married and Children was one of them shows that was so good your parents told you not to watch it.
Oh,
and it wasn't until you got older that you kind of started to realize why your mama and daddy was like, you ain't got no business watching that show. And it's like, yeah, I started seeing that. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad was like that with Ren and Stimpy. My dad was like, you don't need to watch this show. I'm like, but it's a cartoon. I was like, but Dad, it's a cartoon. You let me watch cartoons, right? He's like, yeah, it's a cartoon. Why can't I watch it? It ain't a good cartoon. Why ain't a good cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no boobies. Ain't no naked. I'm like, ain't no boobies. Ain't no naked women. Ain't no blood. Now I'm older and I go back and watch them like, now all this shit makes sense. Now I see really why this motherfucker was like, yeah, you ain't got no business watching that. Tyler Toast Man.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is,
the episode with the dad. Let me see the hands. Look at it. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Want to see hands? These are hands.
I'm telling you. Before SpongeBob SquarePants, it was Ren and Stimpy.
Man.
Ren and Stimpy, oh my gosh. Love it.
It's log, it's big, it's fat, it's what? Everyone wants a log. Everyone needs a log. You gotta have a log. Come on and get a log, get a log, get a log, log.
Yo, I think my most favorite episode is when what was that? Well, every time Ren hit Stimpy, he had this guy come and hit Ren every time. I forgot that fucking episode.
Oh man, I think I know the episode you're talking about. My favorite episode is the Wachowski when they adopted the convict. Took that motherfucker out on a picnic. It was a glorious picnic too. It was beautiful. It was like, hey, Wachowski, you hungry? What you want? What you want on your sandwich? Meat on meat. I was like, meat on meat. And these motherfuckers made him a meat on meat sandwich. And as a fat child in the 90s, I was like, I hope one day that shit is real. How will we make it? Meat on meat. Like, I'm going to find a way. Any culinary people out here watching, I know this is random. Blame the weed. It's me. Y'all shouldn't be surprised. If you can figure out how to make a full meat sandwich with meat as the bread and it won't automatically kill a person, you have to call it the Wachowski.
Yes.
You have to. Make it a challenge at your dinery or restaurant. I will be the first motherfucker there and I will slay that bitch.
Look, only thing I can say is this. Washington over here is probably working on something like that right now. So we kind of got sidetracked.
Get ready. Please send me some. Oh no, we just talking about crazy things in general. And I was going to talk about Oregon. You can smoke crack in Oregon now?
Mm-hmm. Or look, when you first come in, look, let me just go ahead and explain. So when you first go in, when you come from Washington, you cross the bridge and you got the city, and you go through the city, and it has a big ass sign that says "Keep Portland Strange." No, Portland, stay weird. Literally. I gotta take a. I'm gonna take a.
You can't get no more weird. Yo, just when I thought Florida was officially the most fucked up and weird state, just from the shit you hear come out of it, like you automatically, like Florida is that crazy person you automatically pin on your local news when you be like, there was a robbery today at a convenience store. Man tries to rob the convenience store owner for cigarettes. White dude. And you see the picture? White dude. Called it. That's Florida. but damn it, here come Portland. Round in the corner. Coming up on the rear. Hey, y'all niggas trying to smoke some crack?
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You're not gonna have. I'm gonna say this, and people gonna be saying that I'm crazy. You probably gonna say I'm crazy. I don't think Oregon's gonna turn out like that. To tell you the truth, because they probably was already doing it.
No, they was doing it. They just had they just waited, and I kind of knew this shit was gonna happen in the back of my head, but I have a fucked up head, so most things I just kind of throw to the side. I was like, it's a general practice that if you allow one thing, the domino effect, you kind of have to cover your bases and go across the board. And at one point in America, all drugs were legal. Before 1914, I believe, and Prohibition, everything, and I fucking mean everything, was legal and actual active ingredients in many of the consumer items. Cough syrup used to contain not only methadone, but cocaine.
Also Coca-Cola. Why you think they call
it Coca-Cola?
Mm-hmm. But see, the thing is, nobody wasn't dying as much. That's the crazy thing.
Hold up. I could just imagine somebody just drinking some Coke back in the day, just like, whew. Damn, that's a good Coke. Mm-hmm. Just dip their finger in their bitch, just like. I just like to rub some on my. What you doing? I just like to rub some on my gums. That's some mighty fine Coca-Cola right there, boy.
And then not to mention they use it for their engines and all that stuff to eat up all the freaking stuff. Oh man,
that's what I'm saying. So I feel like with Oregon doing this was just returning to normal. They would say, let's go back to normal. Well, if you really want to talk about going back to normal and going back to when America was actually great, it was the early 1900s before Prohibition and the Great Depression. Aside from the racial aspect of it, we got that shit taken care of overall. So everyone's pretty much equal on that aspect. So the legal aspect of America being great was when, industrially speaking, everybody was fucking working and producing, which is kind of where we're going back to now, just adding technology or substituting technology for industrial, as well as all drugs were legal and actually consumed to the public in moderate, proper dosages.
And see, that's the thing. Not a lot of people was dying from those drugs back in the day.
No, nobody was dying from this shit. The only people that was like, if you got addicted to it, that's what sent you to the funny farm. That's what sent you to another house. Like, crazy people were addicts, exposed homosexuals, and alternative lifestylers. True actual folk with psychological and mental issues, and miscellaneous folk that just pissed off the wrong person.
Right. But to be fair, to compromise what you're saying, you have people who use it, like you said, in moderation, but I would say more in lines of when they about to party, or one of those occasional days, like with me, I'm not a smoker, but it'd be that one time I just want to have a cigar and just relax.
Exactly.
Like that.
And that's how it was. Like I said, as far as consumer wise, I actually saw a picture of an old time bottle of what would be now NyQuil. It was
shit. That drink.
Yeah, it was today's equivalent of NyQuil because it was designed to help you sleep through the night and give you any type of nighttime ailment, relieve you of any nighttime ailments, and actually allow you to sleep and get up in the morning. And you literally had methadone, heroin, and cocaine as three of the main ingredients. And they combined, I think it was maybe 11% of all three ingredients, 11% combined of what was actually in there. So you have less than let's just say even that 10% between the three, 10% worth was 3.333 repeated, and then you're taking what, a teaspoon of that to maybe a tablespoon, and there's at least 10 other active ingredients doing the job. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody had it in the system. It was just in such small, almost like microdosing, is what we would say now. The entire nation was microdosing.
Which was just only for helping you out with your whatever you had going on.
And you got folk doing that now with mushrooms, like to help them get over depressions and a lot of psychological issues. They're actually microdosing with shrooms. And like schizophrenics are able to function through life while technically being high as fuck on shrooms. But the same way you got medicinal marijuana, you now have medicinal shrooms.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you, Beach, when the network gets pumped up, man, you got to bring your ass out here, man. You go like me out here.
Look,
you would love it.
It's funny because me and my girl had the conversation, and I always was like, I ain't going out to the West. I go out to the West, but I ain't gonna go out to Cali because Cali wild, and my personality, I'm gonna rub a lot of motherfuckers the wrong way, and they really ain't gonna know how to deal with me because I don't care, but I'm about my business.
No.
So it's like, we'll do you'll do cocaine in front of me, and I'm like, okay, you cool, and I'll roll up my blunt, smoking it like now. Back to this 10% per CD. Now, if you're only going to do that for domestic, I can understand. But globally speaking, you're going to have to bump it up at least 3 points.
I'm gonna tell you.
Now, I'll make a concession for 2. Yeah, I'll make a concession for 2 if you allow some kind of backdoor back-end deal as well to supplement. Motherfuckers like, hold on. This coke too goddamn good. This nigga sounds smart as fuck. Hold on. Like, they got to put the blow down like, hold on, this shit too good. This nigga making entirely too much business sense. I think I popped a brain bust. Goddamn. Where you get that shit from?
I'm telling you, you will love it out here.
I would definitely end up coming out there, especially since y'all got weed, and it's pretty much legal up and down the coast. And now you motherfuckers got crack.
Oh, you would love Portland too. I think you would love
Portland's weird enough for me, and now the fact that they got functional, y'all gonna have functional crackheads out there. Oh, the party scene gonna be fucking dope. I'm just gonna have a rule, like, hey, if I move out there, you can't smoke crack in my house.
That's a good rule.
That's my general rule here. You know, I'll have like a crack room. It'll be an adjacent sunroom with proper ventilation. It'll be connected to everybody else, so you can still mingle and not feel like you just I want you feeling cool. I just don't want to smell that shit. Crack and weed smelled mixed in the air together is weird. It's bad enough y'all gonna be smelling massive amounts of weed in my home. Yeah. Funny, the true story. I've been told I smoke so much weed. I have been told I smoke so much weed that you can smell lit blunts in my home even when I'm not there.
Damn.
So be like, yo, it smell like you in there lighting up a blunt. I'm like, nigga, I'm at work across town.
Right.
Your house still smells like weed. But,
hey, at least you know I smoke weed.
Bitch, you ready?
Even when I'm
smell
not
like shit
there.
or crack.
Oh boy. Talk about having the cops call up and you're not even there.
Yeah. That's like I literally smoke so much weed that the cops don't even bother me. The cops will not even bother me over that. The cops smell weed coming out of my house and talk to me. Was like, they smelled it. Looked at my door. Like, I saw the man nostrils flare up. So you were saying about the man over here with and the rifle. So yeah, he was walking around and walked through this lady's apartment. I was coming out of the back of my apartment to take the trash out. He's like, sir, I can clearly smell marijuana on you. I was like, yeah, but that ain't why you here. So back to the story of the nigga with the rifle.
Right. Shoot, I went to my first NBA game here for the Portland Trailblazers, and then I went to the game where my Mavericks played. First time I ever seen my Mavericks play. The Portland Trailblazers games is something else. And I can
imagine that if I said, you got weed legal down there. So the term Trailblazers is definitely a more accepted term now.
Yes. Damian Lillard.
I know it smells awesome in that goddamn stadium. I know it does.
People be smoking before they go into the stadium. You can smell it off.
Oh, no,
like they're walking on vendor.
Oh no, this how we get down here. It was Watch the Throne, Jay-Z and Kanye tour right when Niggas in Paradise came out. So they're down here in Greensboro, and it was so much smoke, so much weed. You just ever? It's like it was like good barbecue in the suburban neighborhood. On a good Saturday, like you just smell barbecue from like multiple. It's so many niggas in the hood grilling right now. You don't know where to start, but it all smells awesome. Like that's how much weed was in. It was so much weed. We were just on the outside floor concession area on the second floor, and you could see it in the air like fog through Victorian London. And people coming over to the cops like, can't you smell that weed?
Yes.
And we in housekeeping in the folk concession, we all look at each other like, I know I ain't the only motherfucker smell that shit. Like, nigga, kid, like, we checking ourselves like, do I still got that blunt on me? I thought I left that shit in the car. Cop was like, hey, we can't see nobody, so we can't arrest nobody. You could just see wafted weed smoke coming out from where the actual concert was. I go out there, it's just like niggas is just literally rolling up blunts, lighting them, hitting that bitch and just throwing it up in there like alley-oops. Just come get it. And it just disappears and it may come back to them. Or it may be a different blunt. Who knows? That's how much weed was getting smoked around.
Or they just make another one right there. Wow.
Oh, no, that's his homeboy, right? That's why his homeboy sitting down. Like everybody else standing up, but you see like little pockets where people should be sitting down. You think they ain't doing nothing. Like them niggas over here rolling up. They either rolling up the blunt, about to, I don't know. Let me get this.
I mean, then also the cops couldn't do anything.
Get that flame on it real quick. got to dry that bitch out real quick. All right.
Yeah, but the cops can't do nothing anyway because they gotta hit off it. They got contact off it too, so they can't be like, "You under arrest." Hey man, you want to go to that barbecue place real quick? Yeah, man, let's go. I got the much like a brother.
They were only coming in to arrest people and be like, it will only happen if they walk past that's the wrong area and niggas wasn't smoking good. It's like, hold on. I've been smelling pineapple 2.5 miles now. This goddamn is that Reggie? Just
Good grief.
you son. Yeah. Y'all niggas under all the weed smoking here. You cheap motherfuckers want to come up here with that Reggie? Give me that bullshit. That's the only reason the cop will ever come down there. If you smoking some horrible weed that actually hits their nose like, that nigga smoking that bad. We got to arrest him. He ain't living right.
Damn, that sucks. Your day just freaking ended. But we actually coming on the end of the show. Actually coming on the end of the show. We come to the end of the show, and I just want to get the final verdict on Vlad and people like Vlad, because we gotta understand that Vlad is not the only one that's doing this. You know, there are some people out there that's doing the same thing that he's doing.
Folk like that. Oh yeah, it's part of the game. Like what I be telling folk, young artists is, you gotta look at it in the sense of you gotta pimp them before they pimp you. Cause yeah, you bringing something to the table, but their goal is to do you like a hoe, make you do all the motherfucking work, and they take the bulk of the goddamn assets. And as long as they get you to understand or get you to believe that they're taking care of you, and your immediate things in your conscious front mind is taken care of, you'll believe that bullshit. So understand, yeah, you got something, but you can't. They want you to work for them. So I don't care how much money you trying to make, they're going to make more.
Yeah.
And folk like Vlad, they put in position to make sure that you do what they want you to do to get the money you say you want. If you want to like really get yourself out here, you got to do a show like Vlad, knowing Vlad is the type of nigga to get you to snitch on yourself or paint you in the wrong light. Like he's one of the ones that is only for himself and only for the profit. So whatever he needs to spend for his financial benefit, that's what he gonna do. Fuck how it affects you and your bottom line.
As long as
that's his business practice, and the business practice of folk like him. Exactly. You know, we got to understand that when you going into it. Like you could do business with them. It's like working with a shiesty ass hustler. Like you know that nigga is on that shiesty shit. You know, at some point he the type of cat that'll fuck around to get you caught up with the cops. And if y'all get caught up with the cops, trust him, Lee, you going down for he do. But he got enough beneficial wealth or assets to him that kind of necessitates some kind of interaction. But you keep that shit respectful and short and sweet. And you don't give him nothing that he could use against you. You got to flip it on him. Like you got cats, like I said, I'll go back to Daylight because he done a couple of interviews with him. And he done been on both sides where he done pretty much said some shit that had motherfuckers questioning him. Questioning who the fuck he really was. And then he also been on the flip end, like he done called this nigga out too about how he be getting niggas to tell on themselves. But he still has a full conversation. He still does interviews with him where he knows now in regards to like Vlad, how to maneuver when that motherfucker be trying that shit. He know what to say, he know how to say it, he know how to go ahead and let them know, all right, skip that, next one.
Yeah. Or be like, why are you so concerned about it? Gotcha.
Exactly. Like why you gonna ask me about some shit like that? Well, I was just wondering, some of the fans is like, if the fans should listen to my music and understand it, then hey, that's a rhetorical question. That's something that don't even need to be explained. Like, why you asking that? Like, what you really trying to get at? What you really want to ask?
Mm-hmm. What you really want to know? Let's be for real.
Well, no, just so no. We don't have an interview. No, what you really want to? What you really trying to get to the bottom? What's your interview? What kind of interview you trying to do?
I'm all for it.
You fuck them. You gotta get them off that game, man. That game is to make you tell on yourself. Spill your tea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't spill your tea. Make them spill this and they've been sipping. Make them choke on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you sitting there asking you stupid questions, trying to get you to spill all your shit out. Over here. You gotta make them man. I'm sorry. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Excuse me. No, I was. No, I wasn't asking that to be on some tip. Like, no. That's how you got to do it.
Yep. Ain't that true?
And it works in your favor, and it works in their favor because it builds a rapport and also a back and forth. And yeah, they getting played, but going back to my point again, however they can spend it in their favor, they're gonna spend it. So he's gonna spend it as not a confrontational type of deal, but an intense, engaging interview. Still good on his point, and you ain't telling yourself. It's only gonna make him want to bring you back out there more because, like you said, it's helping him.
Mm-hmm.
Now you now you doing what we saying? What? Control the narrative.
Speaking of that, let's go ahead and make our final points. I'm gonna let you go ahead. What final point do you have, Mr. Beast Jones? We'll be heading on out.
With industry plans to culture vultures, arm's length is the way to handle it. If you ain't got no benefit in your personal life or your professional life or your financial bottom line, in dealing with them or acknowledging their existence, don't do it. It's a waste of fucking energy.
My final point is this: if y'all want everything to go back to normal again or get some normalcy, wear a fucking mask. It's a thing called COVID-19 out there. Put on a fucking mask. They already shut down everything. Freaking lines, even here on post, there have been lines to the freaking commissary with groceries. For anybody who don't know what commissary is, to the grocery store. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please just put on the mask so we can. It's sad that fried chicken sold out. Yeah, fried chicken sold out. You know, the only meats that was still left at the commissary was the freaking turkeys. I'm shocked that it was a lot of turkeys left. Everything else.
I'm not conforming with that yard bird. We want that yard.
Yeah, it's just pull on the.
We do more with yard bird than we can with turkey.
Yeah, and so turkeys are still there, and Thanksgiving's around the corner. They officially called off Thanksgiving over here in Washington, so no Thanksgiving. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, just wear a damn mask. There's no conspiracy, there's no left-leaning, right-leaning, or nothing. Just wear a fucking mask so the scientists can do their jobs. Let the politicians, when they get it right, do their jobs to protect you so you can be fucking alive. Not only just you, but for your family, for your kids. Some of y'all have babies. Do you want your baby to have COVID-19,
No.
even though they don't have no cases yet? Not going to do it. Let's not do that.
Since you said babies, not to get graphic or funny, but this is how serious COVID is. This is how serious people are trying to protect themselves. There's a picture going around right now of a huge condom coming out of it. That means a streetwalker was out here sucking dick with a mask on because she didn't want no COVID and she didn't want no STD. That's how concerned for her health she was, but also she had to make that money. If a streetwalker, if a bitch is out here sucking dick for $10 at a time, got enough common sense to put a fucking mask on, your uppity liberal conservative, whatever the fuck you want to claim, your simple-minded ass ain't shit. Let me be the one to rant on that one, because that picture blew my mind. And hearing that, let's keep it real. Word!
Simple.
This bitch sucking dick with a condom on, condom and a surgical mask. She said, I ain't catching nothing. I ain't catching no babies. I ain't catching no corona. And talk to the side. Kobe.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen, even the ones
put on a fucking mask.
Right. Even the ones y'all look down on in society are doing the right thing. That's saying a lot. And that will do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. That's saying a lot. Thank y'all for tuning in. On the next show, we're going to finally get to what B. Johnson been wanting to talk about, and that is mental health. I actually been thinking about it ever since he brought it up on the offline about my own mental health. So we're going to jump into that on Wednesday. So tune in. Hopefully we will have a full cast here. But other than that, as for my guests and my panelists, my homeboy, my brah, B. Johnson, and then me, your host, Donnell Alamonte Morris. And Teach, even though she had a quick cameo on the show, out here eating good in Tanzania, Africa. Y'all all have a good one.
Look, you know she went, soon as she went offline, she was like, let me get, what's that, shrimp? Let me get 2 of them calamari. Let me get 1 of them lamb right there.
I know she did.
Would you say that would goat? I try that goat.
She knows she getting that food for free. She's the queen's queen mother. She getting that stuff for free. Everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm just going to enjoy this. Going goodbye. All right, now, motherfuckers, go ahead and give me that. Give me that. You will definitely give me some of that. Go ahead.
Hey, look, to go boxes. These now. Thank you. God bless.
All right, let's go ahead and head on out. Y'all have a good one. We see y'all on Wednesday. Catch y'all later.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Peace.